So that was Digest, and we went out there to, to talk to people, find out why they love what they do, and I'm sure you saw it for yourself. I'm hungry right now. I am hungry. Are you hungry, Hamamat?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
hungry.
so on the show today, I have the beautiful, though she's a supermodel, but one with a she's brainy. It's amazing when you see beauty and brain put together. The magic that comes out of it. Okay, so she is Hamamat Montage. She is she was the Miss Malika 2006. There she is already. Yeah, she won Miss Malika 2006. She's a supermodel. She's got her own reading tour, which is Zuzu and Sasa, and she actually worked with young kids. She helps young kids, children, to learn how to read. I think it's one of the most important. Education, knowledge is key. Hamamat, thank you so much for coming.
Oh,
and
thank
you
you
look
for
gorgeous.
having me. You too. I love that
I love
dress.
the wrap on your hair.
Oh, thank
it's
you.
nice. Okay, so next time I also have Kwabena Asamoah. Kwabena Asamoah is a fashion designer. He moved from Washington, D.C. to Ghana 4 years ago. He's worked with President Obama. He's actually designed for President Obama, former President Kufuor, and many other celebrities in Ghana. And Kwabena, thank you so much. You always have your tape with you wherever you go.
Yes.
What would you call your look this morning?
Oh, this is sporty casual.
Eh?
Yeah. Saturday
much?
look.
Ooh,
You can
that's
wear this
it.
with jeans or you can wear it with slacks.
Wow, I like the African print as a tie. It's really nice.
Thank you.
Yes.
So
It
we're
is.
actually talking about loving what you do, and basically it's all about your work, but you need to have that drive for it. How do you love what you do? Kwabena, I'm gonna throw this.
I think one of the things, in order to love what you do, you have to love where you're going. So you need to know where your destination is, and which is why the Bible says, where the people have no vision, they perish. You have to have a vision as to where you want to go, and once you start with that vision and you get excited about that vision or that goal or destination, then the work that you have to do or the path that you have to follow becomes more exciting.
Absolutely. Hamamat, you've done a lot of things, lots of things in Ghana and New York City. Well, you've traveled around, okay? But this new project actually, it entires me. I think it's beautiful and it's soothing
Thank
for our
you.
children. I think
Thank you.
African children need this now
Yes.
because their concentration is actually shifted from reading to a lot of
Yes.
other unnecessary things.
Yes.
But what brought it about?
Wow, so Zuzu and Sasa started out of a conversation I had with my 3-year-old at that time last year. She came home from school one day and said, "Mommy, I want to look beautiful like Cinderella. I want long hair like Cinderella." And as much as I told her that she was beautiful just the way she was and she didn't have to look like Cinderella, I was bothered, because I am very proud to be African. I love being African, and I raise my children that way. And to have to kind of have an argument with their school about what they're teaching wasn't really the kind of direction I wanted to go. So I did some more research, and I found out that there weren't enough books that spoke to our children about our values, especially at that age from 0 to 7 years old, which research has found that is the most important years of a human being's life. And that's where they absorb everything and they're eager to learn. We need to feed these children knowledge. And so I decided, I was passionate about it. And it's funny that we're talking about this today because it was that same passion that made me do some research that night. I found there was a problem and I decided to write a book that my daughter would be proud of, and a book that so many of her friends would relate to. And that's how Zuzu and Sasa came about.
Let's see this. Okay, so Hamamat, how many kids have you got?
I have 2.
Kwabena, how many have you got?
2 sons.
Oh,
Aha,
so
2 girls and 2 boys.
Oh, wow, lovely. But then, did you realize, or did you think of the fact that they weren't getting the best of reading from school?
Yes. That's one of the main reasons why I wrote this book. It's because I realized that there was a need for material. There was a need for good material for our children to learn. And so our children were still learning Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood. And these are all books that we use 20 years ago. The
Yeah.
world has changed, and Africa has changed. There's so much that we know that we should let the children know as well. And so that was the main reason. The schools love it. I went on a book reading tour.
Yeah.
I went to about 16 schools here in Accra. And the children love it, the teachers love it. They love the fact that I'm there as a visitor and I'm telling them about Ghana. If you look at the first page of this book, it says, "My name is Zuri and I come from Ghana, the land of gold in West Africa. I am 3 years old." So the children get to know about gold. I ask them about gold, and you'll be surprised what
They
2,
don't
3,
have a-
4-year-olds think about gold.
Tell us.
They know it's shiny. You know, some say it's money.
Wow.
They're really smart.
smart,
So when
yeah.
you tell them that Ghana has a lot of gold, and they're like, really? They're so happy. I'm like, are you proud to be Ghanaian? And then they are, you know. I'm trying to get children to be more confident about where
Amazing.
they come
This
from.
is fantastic. But Kwabena, you moved into Ghana 4 years ago, okay?
Yes.
From Washington, D.C. And you decided to establish your fashion world right here in
Yeah.
Ghana. How has it been working with people, their knowledge? I mean, when it comes to their ways of working,
Well,
how is it like?
I mean, I think it's the old premise that change presents a level of uncomfort. So you have to sort of realize that our people are resistant to change because of comfort. You know, we're used to doing things a certain way. So the first things you hear typically is, well, that's not how we do it in Ghana. You know, so you have
Okay,
to,
that's what they say. That's not how we do it in Ghana.
You know, that's
But
a
how
common thing you hear. You know,
That's
in Ghana,
very
we don't, we
true.
don't do this in Ghana, or you know, in Ghana it's not done this way. But you know, I always tell my employees, if Ghana had the correct way or had the whole word way, we'd be the richest nation. So maybe there's room for improvement. You know, so that's one of the things I try to look for.
Do you
people
think it's because they're not ready to learn, or they're just too
Complacency.
comfortable? Yeah. Okay.
I just think, I mean, most people are complacent. You know, those who want to succeed, that's why there's an 80-20 rule.
yes.
You know, 20% of people are going to force themselves to get up. They're going to make sure that they get on time. The 80% are going to say, this is Ghana. What's an hour late? I'm just setting off.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
see,
No,
so
I kind of have a different opinion about that. I feel, yes, it's true that people say, or it's difficult to convince people, but I feel it's more of the way that most of the people that come home after a couple of years go about it. You know, you just kind of give us, oh, in America, that's not how they do it, or in
Yes.
London. And these are people who know that America is good enough. They want to go there. They wish that they could say what you're saying. So to
Yeah.
them, it's like it's a down thing for
Okay,
them.
so they're
And
used to leaving
yeah,
and doing
so-
things their way.
Well, I think-
yeah, but I
think-
feel if you understand, if you come down to our level and you
Yes.
understand how things are done here, you would find an easy way around it.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you're trying to teach grown men
Yeah.
about how it is done in elsewhere that
Yeah.
they've never been and they don't have this experience, because you know that we do grow
Yeah.
out of experience.
Indeed, yes.
And so that
Kwabena,
I
you've got
think-
something to say.
yeah,
Go
I think
ahead.
learning to what you're saying about liking your workplace. I mean,
Yeah.
I think in order for people to want to change, you have to create an environment that fosters that gives them an incentive, makes them motivated to want to change. You have to learn to praise your people
Yeah.
for the little steps
That's-
in order
Yeah,
for them to get
let's
the
break
big
this
step.
down. You know, sometimes even in your field, you could put in where to put a particular item, like
Sure.
a needle or something. You know, some people would not do it the same way. They just
Exactly.
throw it about, and when it's time for them to find it, they're chaos. They're all around looking
Yes.
for it.
Yeah.
It's irritating and it delays you.
Absolutely.
Okay, but like in your field, can you imagine you've set time to go to a school, you get there because you have another appointment.
Yes.
You get there and it's not happening that
Yes.
way. It breaks you down.
It breaks
It's
you
not a good
down. So for
feeling.
me, before I go, a team has to go and talk to these people and try and get these people to understand what I'm coming to do. And so by the time we get there, they're familiar, they're okay, they know that you want to help them.
Yes.
They understand what is, it's difficult. It really is.
Hamama, let me ask you this. Zuzu and Saza, I mean, reading tour, where do you see this in the next 5 years? Because
Oh, my
I'm
goodness.
part of this. I love it.
Oh, thank you so much. When you called me, I was like, oh my God, this is a little
Aw,
miracle
thank
from
you.
God. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And your comments and comments like this really, really inspire me. And in 5 years from now, I want Zuzu and Sasa to be everywhere.
Wow.
I want it to be, when I go to shops with my children to buy school bags
Yeah.
and shoes and stuff, They want what is on TV. And it's not their fault that they want what is on TV. That's what we want to show them. But if we have material that these children can relate to, then we know that we're actually teaching them the right thing. Or else these same
Absolutely.
children
Yeah.
will grow up and start to bleach their skin or
Yeah.
want to be light, you know?
That's another topic for
Yes,
another day. But thank you.
yes.
Bakobna, let's hear your last words. What have you got to say about loving what you do? You're in the field of fashion and things have changed in a way.
Sure.
I mean, you've brought another twist to it and it's good.
Like I said, I think you got to be passionate about where you're going.
Absolutely.
You have to know with a clear vision where you want to
Yeah.
end. And I think that journey becomes part of it. You have to enjoy the journey and accept the fact that failure will come before success. And I think once you realize that failure actually helps you. If someone is stealing from you, it's good for them to steal from you at 10,000, not
Right.
at 1,000,000.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So when they take it at 10,000, be happy, learn why they took it, how they took it, so you can put in safeguards. So when you make 1,000,000, you keep all 1,000,000. See, so-
Kwabena, thank you so much, Mama. I'm really grateful
Thank you for
to have you on the
having
show.
us.
Well, viewers, this is getting very interesting. Next on the show is Indulge, and we'll be back. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.